Imagine you're in a bustling city where everyone's rushing around, each person with their own needs and ways of getting around. Now think about cars. Just like people, cars shouldn't all be the same. Some folks need big cars for their big families, while others just need something small to zip around town. But here's the thing. Toyota, a big car company, tried to make just one type of electric car for everyone. They called it the BZ4X, but it didn't quite hit the mark. It couldn't go as far on a single charge as the fancy Tesla cars, and it didn't feel as powerful. Plus, some folks didn't really like how it looked. And to make matters worse, it had some little problems here and there that made it a pain to deal with. Now Toyota's CEO Koji Sato has a plan to change all that. He's got a new idea that could make Toyota the king of electric cars, even beating out Tesla. So let's dive in and see what he's got up his sleeve. Because of this not-so-great entry to the EV segment, Toyota needed to find a different approach to making EVs. This led them to research and develop different technologies that would help increase the range and reliability of their future EV models. And while that might sound convoluted and hard to do for a company that has been making EVs for less than 2 years, Toyota is no ordinary company. After 2 years of hard work and devotion towards developing cutting-edge EVs, Koji Sato recently announced that Toyota has started working on an all-new technology that has been unheard of in the world of EVs up until now. So, with that in mind, let's answer the question, what is this new technology? The technology we're talking about is Toyota's all-new battery technology. As we all know, most car manufacturers nowadays use lithium-ion batteries. Well, Toyota recognized that if it were to offer a better, more efficient, yet still similar battery type, it would easily run in terms of popularity. Enter Toyota's all-new solid-state battery. Toyota recently started exploring the possibilities of structurally changing lithium-ion batteries to increase their potency while mitigating their downsides. Their search constantly led them to the concept of solid-state batteries, which had been proposed way back in the 1830s. You see, solid-state batteries are generally like regular batteries, with the key difference being the fact that they use solid electrolytes instead of gel and liquid ones. Most battery types have been overly reliant on liquid electrolytes, primarily because of the chemical stability it provides. Furthermore, liquid electrolytes are very durable and have been developed to the point that their degradation is barely noticeable. Solid-state batteries have been shown to be completely liquid-free, replacing liquid electrolytes with solid ones. Solid electrolytes are known to be quite a bit more potent than liquid electrolytes, while also being much safer and less prone to, well, spontaneously combust. Unfortunately, solid-state batteries have since then been rarely explored and used, mostly because we've been technologically restricted to do so. The widest adoption of solid-state batteries was the implementation of such batteries as a standard for pacemakers and other similar battery-powered devices. However, with the extremely rapid development of electronic devices and most notably electric vehicles, a window of opportunity for the development of such batteries has been opened. However, with that in mind, it would be high time for us to explore what are the benefits of these batteries over regular ones. Solid-state batteries have been proven to be a massive leap forward compared to regular lithium-ion batteries in virtually every shape and form. First and foremost, let's start with the more pragmatic side of making solid-state batteries. They're far cheaper and faster to mass-produce, since there isn't a liquid that needs to be perfectly measured and poured into the battery. Furthermore, since solid-state batteries require fewer materials to be made, and since the production is shorter than lithium-ion batteries, their carbon footprint is also way lower than regular batteries. According to some sources, solid-state battery production uses 40% less than lithium-ion batteries. Apart from production benefits, consumers will also see a noticeable step up in terms of performance with these batteries. First of all, since solid electrolytes are far more compact and weigh far less, the batteries themselves can be smaller than regular lithium-ion batteries while achieving similar or even higher levels of charge. Not to mention that due to an increase in energy density, the range itself will be considerably greater compared to the range found on equivalent lithium-ion batteries. Toyota has already stated that their prototype batteries achieved a range of up to 750 miles. Honestly, that's just terrific, and is more than what most of us will ever cross on a single run. If, however, you're one of the few people who cover distances that are greater than 750 miles, worry not, as recharging the battery won't be a hassle either. You see, solid electrolytes allow for a much faster recharge time, and the aforementioned 750-mile battery that Toyota presented can be recharged from 10 to 80% in less than 10 minutes. Not to mention that when made to a specific standard, solid-state batteries can have a much longer lifespan than regular batteries. Solid-state batteries can potentially be charged 5 times more than regular batteries, which effectively multiplies their lifespan. This indirectly lowers the carbon footprint even more, as batteries will be replaced far less frequently. Finally, as we've already mentioned, they're quite a bit safer than lithium-ion batteries, since liquid electrolytes have been eliminated in favor of solid ones. You shouldn't worry about your battery suddenly deciding to blow up underneath your butt. Even if it does malfunction, the worst thing that can happen is the battery itself dinging, and nothing more than that. However, if they're so much better than lithium-ion batteries, and if they were thought of by anyone 2 centuries ago, why weren't they used? Issues adopted earlier. Well, despite being quite ambitious as a concept, solid-state batteries have a few glaring issues, especially compared to lithium-ion batteries. First of all, while mass production of such batteries can be potentially cheaper than lithium-ion batteries, it's simply impossible for manufacturers to make them at the same scale that they do regular batteries. The current battery production ecosystem has been specifically designed for lithium-ion batteries, and it would take years for it to be completely replaced, which means that solid-state batteries still cannot achieve the projected pricing. Furthermore, even though they technically have a potentially longer lifespan than lithium-ion batteries, in reality, it isn't exactly as black and white as that. This is because solid-state batteries are well known for forming dendrites. Dendrites are tiny, rigid tree-like structures of lithium metal that can grow inside a battery. Their presence reduces battery life and performance, and also leads to short circuits, which in turn leads to catastrophic battery failures. And while short-circuiting won't exactly make your solid-state battery go up in flames, it will surely decimate its lifespan quite rapidly and significantly. Dendrite formation is present in lithium-ion batteries too. However, the frequency of their formation is nowhere near as common as it is in solid-state batteries. Granted, this doesn't mean that all Toyotas will have a solid-state battery. However, they will be offered as an option on most electric vehicles. These initial batteries will have a reduced capacity, if that can be said at all, because they'll still have a capacity that varies between 350 and 500 miles. Once the public gets accustomed to solid-state batteries, Toyota will start mass-producing them. This, according to Toyota, will happen around 2030, possibly a little bit later. But with all of that in mind, it's important to note that this is still a lithium-based battery, which means that it relies on one of the hardest and most toxic elements to acquire. Not to mention that the current infrastructure is simply not ready for a full-on electric revolution, as recharging thousands of vehicles at the same time simply isn't possible. This is why Toyota also focused on exploring different kinds of powertrains and ways of powering vehicles that are also zero emissions. Their search has led them to an all-new internal combustion technology that is virtually completely emission-free. And we're not talking about hydrogen combustion engines here. To learn more about this all-new technology, be sure to check out this video.